Cramond Island of Punk 2024. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, mate.
You like mosh pits? Tell me about your necklace.
Oh, I bought it for some cunt at the barrage. There's a fucking bullet and then we drilled a hole in it, stuck a cable through it, shorted.
I got into it when I was about 13, when I'd sort of just gone into high school. So it's been with me through a lot of tough times, so I couldn't be who I am without it, I guess. It's been really good to see that a lot more like folk my age and folk younger have been getting back into it, because for the first sort of year or two that I was going to gigs, it was literally just like 50-year-old men. So it's nice to have a group and to have just people your age getting back into the scene and keeping it alive.
Oh, it's a huge festival on Cramond. It's amazing. DIY, yeah.
Punk festival, right?
Yes. How?
What does it mean to be punk in 2024?
It means do whatever the fuck you want in your own way. It doesn't matter what folks say anymore. So use it to your fucking advantage.
What does your t-shirt mean, man?
I've painted the swastika over in white, but there was a swastika on the policeman's helmet. The A and the E, anarchy and equality. Basically saying police bastards are fascists, aren't they?
Exactly.
How does anarchism interweave with punk?
Well, a lot of people think that it's, you'd be very, sort of a stereotype of punk is very violent, very, hooligan type thing. But punks are the loveliest people. Everyone can be a punk, everyone can be included by punks. Almost every gig I've been to, it's the loveliest people you can ever see. When just your average person on a night out, you can trust a punk. A punk is a person to trust,
How does it taste?
Oh, it tastes like Tenants. It tastes fucking fantastic.
Necropsy.
Necropsy, what does it mean?
I don't remember. I did search up the definition once, but I just
being dead, something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Go follow Honeybog.
Tell them I had my first period.
The new upcoming punk grunge band. They're playing on November 1st.
What do they sound like?
Oh, they sound fucking amazing. I'm part of it.
Yeah?
Brutal heavy grunge and fast-paced punk.
How fast?
Fucking fast.
I feel a little bit out of place. However, I do appreciate music. I've done music at college.
What kind of music do you do?
Classical. Classical music, classical guitar, and double bass, so contrabass. And that's it. I'm definitely not in the right environment.
If you were to think really hard, what similarities would there be between classical and punk?
One good thing about classical, if you're not used to going to the concerts, right, is a whole culture to enjoy. I think it's the same thing here, as you can appreciate. You're asking me questions. Wrong guy to ask questions, but there's a culture to appreciate and music to enjoy. And as far as classical and punk are concerned, they're both, okay, maybe they're not niches, but they're certainly their own subculture of, whatever it is. Ask them real punks.
Hey, what's going on? Are you guys here for the punk festival today?
No, we're not. Sorry.
Sex Pistols, they're the originators of punk, some say.
Well, the main highlight, yeah, in my eyes, like.
What do you like about the Sex Pistols?
The image, Johnny Rotten's image and stuff like that. But you soon find out who your friends are like when you look like this. I had teeth before I was a punk, I didn't have scars on my face before I was a punk. And they just come with a fucking parcel with it, like. And ever since I've seen, like, Johnny Rotten, it's been downhill all the way from then, like.
You think you'd be on a similar trajectory to Johnny Rotten?
No, I'm just, I just took a few leaves out of his book, like, I just thought he was going the right way. It was just something that thought, like, when there's something missing in your life, I think that must have been it, like, because I weren't going anywhere anyway to start off with. And I'm not going anywhere now, like.
Stationary, you're in the moment.
In the moment?
Yeah, you're never going anywhere because you're in the moment.
I've been in the moment since 1977.
What happened in 1977?
Well, punk evolved, like.
Big year.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I fell in the fucking sea.
What did it feel like?
It was refreshing. I took a fucking gulp of seawater. Salty.
Gadsman.
Guardsman.
Ugh.
Where are you?
Gads.
We're from Aberdeen. Like, ugh. You'd say like, oh fucking hell, that's Guardsman. Oh, Gads. You'd stop doing that. That's fucking Gads.
What is Gads to you? Like, what would be an example of something that's pretty Gads?
You could be a lot of Gadses. There could be a political Gadsness or just a moral Gads. That's Gads. It's disgusting. I think it's more just how people are neglecting their own environments and forgetting that
They live there.
yeah, make their own home the fucking best place to be and fucking set an example. And folk didn't do that. That's political Gadness.
That's fucking right.
Do you ever feel like the world's burning?
Always. Yeah, right now. Not right.
Not in
right
Scotland.
Now, not in Scotland. Pretty wet here, but in general, the world is definitely burning.
Like society is burning.
Yeah.
Nah.
So?
Like no, from the embers, the fucking good shit will rise.
What do you think will rise?
The cream, my friend.
Respect. Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a good one.
I've got me Geordie punk family in Newcastle where I'm from, but I've lived in Edinburgh since 2001, and I've got a good punk family in Scotland as well, and it's been part of a community. We're good friends.
Being part of this community, you always have to answer to an authority. How does this make you feel?
Well, fuck authority.
How can we practice this mantra?
Tell authority to fuck right off.
What is it you like about punk music?
True. Anti-systemic fucking shit fucking messages. You know? Punk music is an eyes opener. That's what I think, you know?
Who is the system and why are they covering our eyes?
Who is the system? You don't know who is the system? You don't know who fucked up our lives? Politics fucking bastards, liars, cheaters, tax fucking raisers, fucking cunts, yeah?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that we are never free, you know what I mean? Not as long as you're, you know, maybe on a van or something traveling, or you're squatting, you're never free, you know what I mean? You always have to pay some shit. You always have something that you don't want to buy, but you need, you know, and you can make it all yourself, you know what I mean? Everything that you have. You can even make electricity yourself for free. There's everything, yeah.
You have to buy every day. System dictate you fucking everything. And only silly, stupid sheeps fucking listening system disinformation and propaganda shit, you know what I mean?
What's going on with the shirt?
A shirt? My shirt?
I like it.
That's my president. That's my president, man. I don't know if you know him, eh? Everybody says that Charles Manson. Eh?
Who is Charles Manson?
Don't tell me you don't know him.
Question. I'm from Montreal, so it's different here, but it's not. It's not as great as Montreal, but it's good.
More acquainted with a punk scene than we have here. You know what I mean? Like, we've got this Cramond Island of punk, and then there's fucking legends. It's like it's fuck all. Yeah, Montreal.
Montreal's
it's
filled.
Big,
yeah, it's filled with. It's a bit of a bigger city.
You know, it's a turnout here. It's a turnout.
It's a massive turnout.
I'm enjoying it.
I think what brought me to punk was the art, first of all, like the DIY of it. Because of course going to art school, people make their own clothes, it's really like sustainable, everything is really interesting about that. I love that aspect of it. But punk isn't what it was, but it's coming back, you know. I think so.
I was just telling him, like, it's what you make it.
It's
That's what you make it.
What do you guys make it?
You make it music,
fun.
You make it art, you make it fun, you make it different, you make it interesting, you make it original. Or you do the same shit people have been doing for 20 odd years, you know? You can make it new or you can make it old. And some people have this whole idea that punk is dead, but like, it's what you do with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you make it. And if you, like, it's whatever feels you. It's what feels you. I think, like, I felt more me seeing people, like, at venues and stuff. That's what made me embrace what I wanted to embrace. Even if it's odd, you'll see the weirdest shit at any punk show and you're like, oh, I'm not that weird. Like, I can be weirder. Like, it's fine.
You think you can be weirder still?
Absolutely.
Always trying to be weirder.
Yeah, there's still some more freak in here. Like, it's just waiting to come out.
Yeah, got stout, got some vodka. I don't think I mentioned the other thing we're doing in this documentary because legality.
How punk is stout?
I mean, Guinness was it's not just punk. There isn't really punk. It's more like my preference for beer.
What's it like to be a punk in 2024?
Weird, because I still get barked at.
Weird.
Well, you're going down the street, some wee bams in tracksuits will come bark at you.
What do you do back?
Nothing, I don't care.
Fun. Loads of fun.
I can see you got a mini muffin in your hand. That looks like heaps of fun.
Guy up there.
It came from the footman. There's a foot that's been coming down this hole and giving us snacks and offerings. At first it was the sock. First the sock came down, we gave him back the sock, but then the foot started appearing. I'm kind of scared.
Is it punk to be scared?
I'm gonna go for yeah.
What came first, punk or politics?
Good question, I don't know.
For yourself?
Punk.
Conflict. Tell me about it.
They're one of the first anarcho bands to ever come into the scene.
What is a question you always wanted someone to ask you?
How do you make alkaline bombs?
How do you make alkaline bombs?
Well, you see, when I was in high school, I did a lot of maths. We were learning about just alkaline metals, and the further down the periodic table you go, the stronger it gets. So, like, if you use francium, that's really hard to get, and you want to submerge that in oil, and you want to suspend it in like a jar of liquid, so when you hit the top, it breaks from the oil separates and mixes with the water, and in the water you want like rusty nails or shrapnel. You make your own fragmentation grenade. I haven't made one. I have not made a bomb.
Hypothetically, when you make this bomb with the rusty nails, what do you do with it?
Post it to 10.
No explosives were, will, or should be made for ill-intended purposes. This conversation is a purely hypothetical, metaphorical, and dramatic exercise.
I came here with the promise of crack and glory, and I strike in full confidence of getting it. Crack as in like Gaelic fun and banter, not crack as in crack cocaine.
I like your badge. It says "fuck Boris." What does it mean?
Fuck Boris as in the old English Prime Minister.
Why should we fuck him?
Well, maybe we shouldn't give him the pleasure of a fucking. Maybe fuck him with a bayonet.
Do you think we could ever get some nice people in 10 Downing Street?
The only way we're going to get nice people in 10 Downing Street is if me and you, everyone here, go into 10 Downing Street and we start to squat. And then we just abolish everything, man.
What's stopping us from doing that?
Commitment, jobs, capitalism. Everyone's too tied down.
What do you think about capitalism?
I think it should burn. I don't know why anyone chose to monetize anything or like make cash. It doesn't make sense to me.
What do we do instead?
Trade, make things, provide for the community. You know, there's a barrier in the way for poor people to get food and stuff, and that's money. Without the money, we could just give them the food, and that's what we should do.
What do you think the message of the festival today is?
I would say freedom. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to enjoy your life. Look at the view, man. Everybody's having fun in here, so enjoy life.
Freedom. You think we have it?
To a degree. I wouldn't say we're fully there, but I mean, there's a lot of shit going on that would say otherwise. But I mean, if you were to split it, maybe like a 40-60% split.
Which way?
40 freedom. Still got a lot of work to do to get there. You'd agree as well, wouldn't you?
To be fair, how can you be free if you're not even aware what's going on? All media is controlled for the same people that control the food, that control everything, own the land. I mean, I would say freedom in our spirits, and in small communities like this one, do it yourself and everything to fight against the system, but freedom in general, no, because we are in their hands, man. For example, the genocide in Palestine. That's unbelievable, man. And that's not the only thing. Have you seen Africa? Have you seen how media put in everybody's mind that, oh, it's good to bomb these countries? Look at Syria now. They even have slave markets and things like that. I mean, we have a great life in here because we're massacring people over the seas. That's reality. Resources are limited. We have everything because they have nothing.
Yeah, I would say I'd agree with that. And another example, a person we work with, one of her friends, or a mutual friend, has just got 12 months in prison for a peaceful protest against the genocide in Gaza. So it was a business that was producing arms for Israel, and they went on the roof, peaceful protests, sitting there let off flares. And I'm talking about like, these are like young lassies, college, uni students that have not got a violent bone in their body, and they've been arrested and charged and are now facing at least 12 months in prison for this sort of stuff. When you've got a couple of weeks back, you've got racists down in England absolutely destroying the place and getting away with it. Do you know what I mean? It's wild. It's fucking wild. It's trying to silence it. They don't want peaceful protesting. They want to try and control everything to the point where you can't speak out about what you want, changes that you want. We're meant to live under democracy, but I would say it's a thin veil of what we think is democracy and what really is going on in the world. You know what I mean? Or in our country as well, even specifically. There's a lot of stuff that seems to be getting passed, or ideas that they want to pass in Parliament that will really stomp down on all that sort of shit, to the point where you can't even go out and sit in your local street with a sign and not even cause any issue. Do you know what I mean? And as long, if someone sees offence to it, they'll shut it down. You'll get arrested and it's fucked. You know what I mean?